Hello, good evening. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship and love. I'm your host, Frank Alswago. And with me on the show today, I have Jacinta Poel. Again, see her smile.
Hi.
I have Sheye Elisomi. What up?
So royals away now.
And then we have Sajo. Hmm.
Hey, Sajo, I like your hair cap.
Sajo, can you hear us?
I can't hear him.
Sajo, please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now? Good evening.
Yeah.
Yes. Sajo, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sajo, I work now.
Welcome back, Jacinta.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, I hope you are safe there.
No, I moved the motion for you, Sergio. I said we should start paying you honorarium for bringing you on a Wednesday.
It's Franca, and whatever she wants, she gets.
Sajo, God will bless you. These are the bad people that I have around me. Okay, so tonight on the show, we're discussing the role of relationship and apologies in relationship. It's not about marriage, any kind of relationship. I just feel that apologies and forgiveness, please, like Sergio will say, Franca, you know they forgive, and Sergio has that opinion that women don't forgive. I don't know how true that is. That women never forget. When he said he would tell you something that happened 1941, you know. So, but seriously, what?
What of April?
4th of April, 1941.
What happened on that day?
I don't know about Sergio. Don't worry, he's going to tell us what happened on that day. So there's this thing around that says that women don't forgive or women don't move past things. And does it really affect, is it true one? And does it really affect relationships? Sergio, let's start with you.
Hey, why are we starting with me today?
Because you're not here. We want to feel you.
Okay, I think the core, the essence of relationship would mainly be about apologies and forgiveness. So, in my opinion, any person who is incapable of forgiving or unwilling to apologize even when he or she is not certain that what they did is wrong, but as long as it inflicts some sort of pain on the other party, would have very difficult times being in a relationship or sustaining a relationship, so to put. So, uh, apologies, forgiveness would for me be the bedrock of relationship that wants to thrive.
Okay. I agree. But Sergio, why did you say that you have to apologize even when you're not sure you did something wrong?
Because many a time, right, when we begin to insist, in relationships, sometimes we win the battles and lose the war. When we begin to insist in our understanding of rights as against the hurt that comes with the act we did, it becomes difficult and almost impossible to forgive. So, what I say to people is that it is not about you or the rightness of what you did, but the impact, the hurt of what you did, the hurt that what you did has on the third party or someone that you profess to love, whether it be a relationship in its simple terms of friendship, or even as brothers and sisters. I'll give you an instance. I could, in my right, hurt Franca so dearly. And then because I feel what I did is right, I could hang on to that right and then lose my friendship with Franca. But if you really want to keep that friendship, it's best to remove yourself a bit from the right or wrong of the event and then try to see it from the perspective of heart. It is only in your ability to see it from the impact of your acts on the person that you need to apologize to that apology becomes easier to put forward. Yeah.
I understand what he just said, but at the same time, I'm having issues with, you know why, I'm not agreeing with everything he said. Why I say that is, now, he said within his right, he does something to offend me, you know, and then apologizes for that. Sergio, don't you think that I might begin to feel entitled or take advantage of the fact that I know that you appreciate our relationship, and if I'm wrong or right, whatever it is, you would apologize to me?
Well, then that is on you, not me.
Okay.
If let me give you an instance. Let me think of something that could be right and then hurtful. It is within my right not to appear in this show today.
Okay.
I can give you 100 reasons why I could not appear in this show today.
Yeah.
But I had given commitment that I would be here. And then because I'm not earning, let me borrow Shei's words now. I'm not earning, and maybe I have a client who I need to attend to or a brief that I need to prepare. I could call you, and I would not have done any wrong by not appearing. But I may have hurt your feelings. But if I insist that, hey, Franca, I had other things to do, that's why I didn't appear, I will strain our relationship. But now, if you begin to take advantage of that, it is not even about apology or not apologizing. In course of relationship, we tend to take advantage of almost any form and all forms of niceties.
True.
For me, at the end of the day, that is on you, and you are the one who will realize by the time the man or the woman is no longer willing to give the much that she was giving because she feels like that you are taking advantage of her, then she walks away. And then you realize that, oh, this was a good woman or this was a good man that I've just lost.
Okay. Jess, your thoughts on the role of forgiveness and apologies in relationships?
Okay, so I would say that forgiveness to me is more like extended grace that you give to people that you care about. So we all know that forgiveness is all about, at the end of the day, is for my benefit and not for the other person. You don't have to, be in that space again with the person when there's forgiveness. You can forgive someone when they're not even aware that you have forgiven them. And so that's just basically what I would say that forgiveness is, forgiving someone even if they have hurt you, and even if, it's even if it's tough on you, you just have to do so because, you cannot keep carrying that baggage. But I would say that in relationships, let me bring it down now to romantic relationships. For there to be forgiveness, we shouldn't look at forgiveness or when a partner forgives us as, automatically everything just, becomes normal again. We know that over time, trust, is something you build, in bits and pieces. It could take years, or it can be destroyed, in a minute, in a second. And because you have forgiven someone or the person says, I've forgiven you, doesn't mean that everything goes back to how it used to be. And again, I would also say that there's no need being in a relationship where you know that you cannot forgive this person, you cannot move past what the person have done. So you're there and you keep bringing up the issue or what that person has done to you over time. So it becomes like a pawn. Every little thing you keep, saying it, even without any cause. You keep saying, oh, that thing you did, even if the situation at hand is not even related in any way. I would always advise my clients, to walk away. I think, there's nothing that can be done, because to be honest with you, you have to give people the room to say that I cannot continue this relationship with you, even if I have forgiven you, but I cannot be in the same space with you. Because let's be honest with you, we can't lie to our body. Once you have done something to me that I feel really hurt, that's why you say you owe me an apology because you've hurt me, So you owe me because you've taken something from me. So if I cannot, my body will not agree or accept everything to just be normal, because you're no more a safe person to me. My body will reject you. And sometimes, you know, the way we are, when your body rejects someone, you find it really difficult to accept that person back. So we have to also understand that we can forgive, but we can then still reject that person. Because why would I want to give more to you when I know that you have, you know, misplaced my trust and many things like that? You know, so this is more like in a relationship context, and it can also go as, you know, friends, being friends with, you know, best friends and whatever. I just feel that forgiveness is an extended grace. You do it for yourself, not for the other person. And you don't have to be in the same space with the person that you have forgiven. You can be on your own and just, you know, continue life.
Okay, so based on what you have said, Sergio, it's that forgiveness. If you forgive the person apologizes, you forgive the person, but then you end the relationship.
That is a female version of forgiveness.
Very true.
So you know why I asked that question? Because Sergio is always like, women don't forgive. Sergio said, women don't forgive.
No, but let's be honest here.
Wait.
Okay.
He wants to say something. So Sergio, Jacinta is saying that it's okay, I can forgive you so that I don't carry that baggage with me. Mm-hmm. But I don't have to be in that space with you. And then I want to believe that she's coming from a place of trust. When somebody has broken your trust over time, and now you say, you know what, I've forgiven you, but I've moved on. Do you understand? I'm saying no hard feelings is okay. So go your way, make I go my way. So
Now,
is that
now the question is, what act are you forgiving?
okay?
What act are you
Any
forgiving?
act that
Is it
breaks
the
the
person
trust.
or the act? Now, do you realize, and this is what I have had to teach over time, you will continually require forgiveness and demand apology and keep apology as long as you're in a relationship. And trust will be hurt, maybe not broken, every other time. So it is your ability to say, you know what, we are humans. First of all, we cannot be perfect. It is impossible for any two persons to live together and not, for one reason or the other, knowingly or unknowingly hurt their partner, so to speak. I mean, using partner loosely now. So are we saying that if a hurt happens once or twice, it's sufficient to say, you know what, I have forgiven you, but I move on? I understand the concept of forgiving and moving on, right? But I do not think that that is what my dear friend Jessica means.
Okay, let me interject.
Because I've heard it over time. I've heard it over time from the other gender. That, oh, on the 4th of April 1960, he did it and I tried to forgive him. It was a Sunday. The sun was very bright. We just came back from church. He did XYZ. I really did forgive him then. However, now that is not forgiveness. Forgiveness means that, you know what, all you have done, we have discussed it. You have realized you're wrong. I have accepted your apology, and we are going to move on now on a clean slate.
Okay, can I say something, please?
So, yes, please.
Yes. Okay. I totally agree that you know, we every day we're not perfect human beings. You know, we trigger each other. Even friendship. That's what it's all about: forgiving, apologies, and on and on and on. You know, but where I base my argument on is that, you know, so there are different scenarios, and you know, we're different people, and we have different thresholds, and we have boundaries as well. Some things you can take, there's some I can take, and you know, so on and so forth. So it could be cheating now. Some people can't take it. It could be abuse. Some people can take it. You know, so what I'm trying to say here is, of course, forgiveness is something that you talk to the person, however it is, but it comes to a point Franca, let's be honest, where maybe this person has refused to, acknowledge this bad behavior that you've been talking about all the time. And then you say, you know what, I think I have stayed in this for too long. And me as a human being, maybe I'm not, my mental state is not together anymore. I am actually now, it's now affecting me in ways that I cannot even hold my body or my mind anymore. And I cannot be in this environment. I love you. I really wish you the best. But you see, I don't think we two of us can be in this space. So it's not about forgiveness is not about staying together. It's about finding, because at the end of the day, you have to fight for yourself. So it's not looking for a way to leave or way to, no. You can forgive, but I still believe that you can do it without the person being in your space.
Okay. So, Sergio, please forgive me before I start. Sergio says that when it comes to cheating, that really is the man not the owner of his manhood. So he can use it.
However,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Do not try to throw me under the bus.
Okay, Sergio, how did you say it?
Before I go there, I don't know why Shay is not talking today.
Shay is about to talk, but I
You know-
wanted to ask him a question regarding that. But Sergio,
In the spirit of Lent, right? and as a Bible scholar that I am, I'll refer us to Ephesians 4:32.
Everybody open your Bible.
everybody
It
open
says,
your
"Be kind
Bible.
to one another.
Okay.
Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you." The essence of forgiveness, in my understanding, is that I could break up a relationship with you without any wrongdoing from your side. I could just say, you know what, I think I'm done with this. This relationship no longer serves my purpose. But if it's an act that you did, if it's a wrong that you did, if you offend me, if you hurt me, and you walk up to me and you ask for forgiveness, and I forgive you, I cannot stand on that act anymore. That's the point I'm making. I can no longer rely on that act that I said I have forgiven you of to break that relationship. The implication would be that I did not forgive.
Okay.
Because if indeed I have forgiven you, then it is gone. It is completely erased. That is what Christ does to us. That's what we take to Christ every now and then, and we hope that He would forgive us. It's like saying that, okay, you go to church or you go for confession. We Catholics, we do that, and God says, you know what? I've forgiven you, but you know what? Franca, I'll not do it again with you. You're too much. But I
Don't
don't
come back
forgive you,
again.
but you can never make you can never make heaven.
I don't know why he used me for example.
That's the picture that my dear friend is painting. That,
Jessica
okay, I can forgive
painted. She
you.
did that.
But
you're not saying it from
but
my
Sergio,
angle. I
no,
still
no.
think.
So we
Let me-
understand what
let
Yeah,
you're
me
because you know
saying.
what? I feel that
Let-
forgiveness is a two-way street. You know what I mean? If I forgive you, you, the perpetrator, should also, your actions should also cushion the forgiveness.
So that
because
you have a reason
you
to
have
stay.
you have a
So
reason to stay.
the point I'm making, Jessica, are there wrongs you cannot forgive?
Of course, I forgive. I forgive that there are no wrongs I cannot
No.
forgive.
Are there wrongs? Are there wrongs that you cannot? There are wrongs I cannot forgive.
No, but the thing is, okay, then let's look at it that way. Of course, everybody, there are wrongs that we cannot forgive because we all have boundaries. We all have, it's like survival, coping mechanisms. And if you pass those boundaries, I might not even survive myself. So why would I want to throw myself under the bus because of you? Like I said, it's a two-way street. Forgiveness. I have to see that you're worth me forgiving. I have to see that your actions over time, it shows that you're not going to do it anymore.
But you're forgiving. You just don't want to be in that space. So for you to be in that space, there's an action that he needs to show.
Thank you for me to
Yes.
then be in that space.
Space.
Shay, what do you think, please? I've not heard your voice today.
So I've listened to both sides of the argument, and I think what you also mean is repeated hurts that gets you to that point. It's not a one-off thing where somebody offends you and the next moment you've cut them off. Am I right?
Yes.
And also going by what Sajo has said, right? What Sajo is saying, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I don't know if it's humanly possible to have that level of
Godlike.
forgiveness.
Yes, godlike forgiveness.
I am not sure. I don't think I have it. In fact, I don't have it.
We're not created to do so.
Yes, where we fight, or it has happened repeatedly, not just one off. Obviously, if it's one off, yes, we can, you can apologize, even if it's 2 times, 3 times, and just, nah, so you be idiot, let's just move past it. But if it's something that has gone past the threshold of what I normally would take,
Yeah.
in the Bible too, Jesus said 77 times, 7 times before the person. I don't think any human has that capacity. Let's be honest. You come, you slap me 77 times, I turn the next cheek, God go punish you. I will, I'm not sure.
If we're not okay, Sajo will say something, the papa.
So I don't know how.
I will not say Ogun will kill anybody.
Because I don't know which human will have that level of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But everybody has their own threshold.
Okay.
You can do something to me 5 times
Okay.
that I'll be like, nah, so this person be forget, And there's another thing that you do to me once that I will take it to the grave. Like, no, if I see you anywhere, we died. We were, So this thing of forgiveness is only God. Because you can even actually forgive and forget. And the person
now does it
just one thing. It might not even be related to that thing.
You remember.
And everything just comes back.
Yeah.
That's what Sajo is saying. Don't remember.
Is it that only God will do that?
4th of April, 1941. Because you remember.
No. So
It was a Sunday.
Sajo, but you see that it's not just women. Even Cheyi's gender.
Cheyi gender. It's not his gender.
I think we are misplacing the concept of forgiveness. Or maybe I'm not pushing my submission rightly.
Okay.
My understanding of forgiveness, the base definition I know of forgiveness, is a conscious act to release any feeling of resentment or vengeance towards someone who has harmed or hurt you, regardless of whether they deserve it or not.
Yes.
Now, I understand. I have said that there are things I cannot forgive. And I will not pretend about it, right? I'll say you, Franca, this thing that you did to me, you know what? I know if you forgive you, but I feel not hurt you if I see for bending corner or for darkness. But you know what? I know if you forgive him because every time I see you,
I remember.
that thing will play back for my head. I cannot forgive it, and I think that has put our friendship in the negative. We can no longer be friends. Okay. I will respect that person. Other than the person that I walk up to and I say, you know what, Frank, I'm sorry. I say, oh, Joe, I've forgiven you. Then I think that I believe I charm you again. Next thing you say, no, I've forgiven you, but we'll not be friends again.
Okay.
So the point where I do not completely agree with Jacinta is that the concept of forgiveness is not mandatory. Though the Bible has said that we should forgive as many times as we can. I think it puts it at 21 or 7. Now, as humans, there are things we cannot forgive. We could, as we evolve, as we get closer to our higher self or our higher being, or as we get closer to God, as we put it in Christianity, begin to have higher forgiving spirits. But the point I'm making for purpose of this discussion is that what I will forgive I will erase. What I cannot forgive, I will tell you that this one, I'm not forgiving you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to hurt you or harm you, but we can no longer be friends for the act, for the reason that you have done this to me. I cannot live with this. I cannot call you my friend again because of this act. We're good. We're moving on.
I think you're just saying the same thing, but in different words or something. Because Sajo,
No,
so
but
is
the moment I say I have forgiven you, it should be gone.
Okay,
I cannot
so Sajo,
forgive you and still move on, you know?
Okay, so Sajo, I want to ask a question. So, like Jacinta said about like something like cheating or violence or any of this. So, if the person has done it the first time, she forgives and she's there. Does it the second time, she forgives and the guy and she's still there. Does it the third time? Does it the fifth time? And the fifth time, she said, you know what? This is you. I know this is you. I have no grudges with you, but I don't want to be in that space anymore. The only difference is she shouldn't use that word, I have forgiven you, but it's okay for her to move on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Let me chip in.
Okay.
You know why I'm forgiving that person?
For you to move on.
For me to move on.
Yes.
You know why? Because if I don't, I know the damage it would do to me, even in my next relationship.
Okay.
It's going to take time for me to forgive that person, of course.
Yeah.
But I will make sure that I make it mandatory, something that I would work on, which that's why I have different mechanisms and tools in which will help me to move past that hurt. Because I'm doing it for myself.
Not for the person.
Not for the person, at all. Because I remember, like I told you, our body, is like a shield. It protects us because, like I said earlier on, you cannot hurt me and then my body just, when I'm in your presence, I'm fine and relaxed. No, I would have some sort of, I'll be scared or I'll be a bit, wary that you're around me because something has happened before. You know what I mean? So, of course, I will remember that you did this to me. So if I see you outside, in a public environment, we could just say, hi, hello. That's the much I can give you, That's, social, whatever. But back to what I'm trying to say. I have to forgive you because I know what it is for you not to forgive people. I have been there before and it's not good for me. It's not good for me. My reasoning, my actions, when I meet other people, I carry it on and think that you are that person. And I know how it just spirals into a lot of negativity. So I will forgive you. I will take the time to forgive you.
So that's a different
for me, but I will remember.
There's a different definition for that. So you're telling the person, you know what? I won't think about it. I'm hurting, so it's not like I'm not hurting. You have hurt me, I'm hurting. And I won't pretend that everything is fine. I'm not going to do that. But it's okay for you to move on. I have freed you from this relationship. That's what you're saying because you'll still be hurting. It will take a while for you to hurt.
Yes, it took a while for me to hurt.
I have freed you. I hold no grudge against you, but I will not be in this space anymore.
Meaning that if there's a place where you're being talked about, I will not add any. I will not be negative towards you. I will not gossip about you. I will not plan against you. I will even pray for you.
Okay.
It's in my forgiveness. It's my forgiving mechanism. I pray for my enemies. I do it. I take time. I list them out so that because the more you pray for your enemies, the more you pray
enemies?
for them. People who are against you are your enemies. However, but what I'm trying to say is when you have
them and they are still alive.
Sajo.
So the thing is, So I'll just let me just say that's one of the biggest way that I forgive people. When I start to pray for them, it hurts me like a dagger. I wish them well. I'll pray that God provide for, and it hurts me like crazy. No joke. I pray for them. I take out time and I do it. Then after 6 months or 7 months, I'm free. When I pray for them, there's no pain anymore. There's no anger. There's no annoyance. And over time, I forget
what they have
done, and it's okay now. Then I move on to, okay, who else is my enemy? Or who else has been wrong to me? Do you know what I mean? Okay. So I take the time to do so. I just make sure I do that, yeah.
Okay, so let's quickly go on a break. Well, there's something I want to ask Sajo.
I need to learn from Jacinta.
Let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, we'll go back to what I said Sajo said because I want you to answer that question.
Stay tuned. Heartlines will be right back.
This season on Heartlines, we're committed to making a difference in people's lives. So Heartlines, in partnership with Reda Consult, is offering 12 free slots of counseling every quarter for people in need of professional counseling. Additionally, we're taking on 2 pro bono cases for individuals navigating a challenging divorce. To participate, please send an email to counsel@vedaconsult.com with your story. Our team will carefully review all submissions and will contact all the shortlisted candidates. Heartlines is live Mondays to Fridays at 10 p.m. So engage with us.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, so please note that you can call to join the conversation, and the number to call is 070-2500-7749 or 070-1424-2420. Or you can send us a WhatsApp message on 081-903-84663. Sajo, are we here? Hello, Sajo.
Sacho, what do you want to do with my enemies? You have to help me too, you know. You have to rally them around.
Sajo, they've planned for you. Don't worry. But I'm here.
Okay. Okay, no, so Sajo, so based on this forgiveness and cheating, we're having the same conversation with Sajo, and Sajo said something that if only, okay, so Sajo, say it, you know, in your own words so that I don't say something that's wrong.
I've said a lot of things. I cannot remember the one you're referring to.
The one where you said, if only people can just say, you know what, this thing are your own, use them the way you want. That the problem not go day. Do you remember?
I cannot remember saying that.
I like that. Please don't implicate yourself.
Okay.
Sajo is a lawyer now. Seasoned
Okay,
lawyer.
so there's no problem. Sajo, so are you saying...
Frankly, I do not approve cheating
Okay.
in relationships.
Okay.
I do not think it's right. I feel it's a violation of your vow,
Okay.
particularly if you are married.
Okay.
And however,
Okay.
I think in our default state, as it is with most animals, we were not made to internally and forever be with a partner. And the reason I say this is that you will discover that it takes more effort to be faithful than it takes to be unfaithful. Being unfaithful is more natural than being faithful. So it only goes to say that, it points to me that we are putting in unnatural efforts to do that, which by civilization or socialization we have come to understand as the ideal. Whereas in our default state, we are not otherwise programmed to live in that manner.
Okay. Are you done, Sajo?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, Shay, if, like I said, like I was saying, if...
The sister wants to talk. She's moving.
No, I'm fine.
So, if in relationships we say, you know what, it's okay for you to be you. Do you understand? It's okay for you because you were someone before we became a thing. So it's okay for you to be you. You understand? Do what you want and allow me to do what I want. Do you think if we do that, people will respect boundaries and not do certain things?
Honestly, I feel like if you do that, the world will be a much open place.
And what will happen? There will be peace.
Lucky, there will be peace because what it means is you and I have come to an understanding that you can do you and I can do me. If you leave that space, I feel like a lot of people, it's difficult because as human beings, nobody likes to share. You know, what is yours, you want it to be yours. And at the end of the day, it's what you both have agreed on. Some white people find this whole concept of open marriages where, you know, you go, you do you, I'm here, I do me, We come, we talk about it, we laugh, ha 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 ha. And we are still married and we still have the best of relationship. I don't know how that works, but if it's something that you both can agree on, right? Whereas one person will not at some point now start feeling like, I've done 6, this guy don't do like 11. I start feeling cheated out of the equation, then it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay, really.
So then the real question now is, at that point, how does forgiveness come into it?
It's based on whatever you guys have agreed on. If
Okay.
you've agreed on, so the concept of forgiveness varies from individuals to individuals.
Okay.
Like we said, there's some things I might be able to forgive that you probably will not be able to forgive.
But we
right?
have agreed that we can do us. But then guess what? You're not fall in love.
Which is why we have to bring everything to the table.
Okay.
And say, and at the end of the day, we are human beings, like Sergio said. Nobody's perfect. Sometimes you don't even know where you will find yourself or where you will get to. You might say, at this point in time, it's okay for us to, open this marriage. You do you, you do me, I do you, I do me. Nobody's going to fall in love. And in 3-4 years down the line, you meet some guy and that guy that you meet, or that guy or that girl that she meets, the other party decides that, I no longer want this open thing, right? I want to go and be with this person. It all depends on whatever you guys have said. If the person now sneaks around and goes, and obviously they've hurt that trust, even though the trust is based on whatever you guys have, tabled together. And the forgiveness will now depend on whatever you are able to forgive. If you are not able to forgive,
Then
this is okay.
Okay. Okay, so you just, you move on.
You move on. You move on.
So, Jacinta, have you met guys that tell you they are sorry, but they don't mean it?
They're sorry and they don't mean it.
All the
Everyone
time.
does, not even guys, girls, women, men, dogs,
Okay.
anything.
Dogs.
Well, yeah. That's
Okay,
what-
so how are you meant to take that? Because they've said, I'm sorry.
So you see, for every word that is said, you have to find the foundation in which the word is being said. And like we always say, actions are better than words. So you just saying, I'm sorry. It depends on your body language. It depends on what next you're going to do. It depends on, it's more like after the sorry, what next? Am I trying my best? Am I trying to make sure that we come to that stage or that point where we were? Because don't forget, resentment will come in. Something has, something has happened, to have allowed the person to say, I'm sorry. So are you going to, so I'll just say that after sorry has been said, how the person says it and the follow-up after is very important. It could either lead to strengthening the relationship, or it could lead to, a total breakdown of the relationship. So that's what I would say.
Okay.
And I would say also, one thing I would say too is when resentment starts to grow, when it starts, because there are different ways we could just start getting angry. Why are you angry? Why is it, climbing? There are always 2 ways. Why? It could be that you feel that you're being bullied, meaning that you can't speak anymore. Maybe you feel that your voice, is limited, and you have so much to say, but because you want to keep the peace, then you have to conform to what is available to you. Resentment grow. And again, also, if you cannot keep the relationship, what it is meant to be, or the foundational, how it's supposed to be, you're not, you're immature to that. A lot of people can keep relationship, talking about relationship and all that comes with it, and then resentment can also, can play there. So I really think you should understand where or the annoyance is coming from, and see if it's just the apology. Is it just that I'm angry? There's something making me angry, and not just what is happening right now. So most of the time when it's not that issue, because it could be 10 other things down the line, or even 2 years down the line.
So that's what Sergio is talking. Okay. You want to say something?
Yeah, another aspect that I feel like we should just chip in is giving and receiving apologies. For example, sometimes you apologize and you mean it, like, I'm apologizing to you, Franca, I'm sorry, I did this, and I truly mean it, right? But I'm expecting, even though I mean it, I'm expecting you to see my heart that I mean it and accept the apology based on how I've given it, which is not allowing you to take the apology how you want to take it. Like for you now, if I'm apologizing to you, Franca, I beg, no vex now. No vex, I fuck up, right? And it's not coming to you. Like I said it now, and I really mean it, but you've not accepted it. You probably want to take time out, maybe months, maybe weeks, to process it, or you want me to do it 5 more times. It is up to you to determine how you would accept that apology.
Or what you want to see.
Or what you want to see. Even though I know that I'm sincere, I
don't know that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to now say that, but I sincere, God see my heart, or I don't roll for floor.
Yeah, but it's okay for God to see your heart, but I don't see it.
That's why the actions then will come.
That's where actions now come.
Yeah.
Which is, we also need to be able to let people know that accepting forgiveness is not about you. It's not about you trying to,
it's not about the person apologizing. It's the person who's receiving it and allowing them to take their time to process it.
Yes.
Now, Sajo, why don't you think that the woman who is saying on the 4th of April, 1941, she has forgiven, but she's taking time on a Sunday?
Can't hear him.
Sajo, you're muted.
Sorry, I was listening to the sentiments. You see, resentment stems from the consistent unforgiveness, piled up unforgiveness. If you have a cup, right, and then you keep dropping hot into that cup, my understanding of forgiveness is that once you pour a liquid of hot into a cup and there's apology and there's sincere apology, which is satisfactory to you, and you have forgiven based on that apology that you have so received, what you do is that you empty the cup and put it up again. There will be another hot that will come into that cup. But what we do in the pretense of things, it's okay, but fine, I've forgiven you. I have a cup here. I've forgiven you, but I keep it somewhere here. I'm keeping the cup here. Act again, I drop another hot into that cup. That is why it will be easy for that cup to overflow with resentment. Now, the concept of forgiveness, in my view, is such that I must empty myself. I must purge myself of every hurt within. And I can forgive you without you apologizing to me. I have done it several. I said to a friend some time back, I said, I knew you would do this. And before you even, because I cherish this relationship, I had opened a pathway for forgiveness. Even before you asked for it. Because I know that the hurt, my relationship with you, is of greater value than whatever hurt bringing into it. Now, the other thing you would ask is, would that make the person become abusive or take advantage or become entitled? It's neither here nor there. It is in healing that you teach healing. In every relationship, you must have that person who have levitated above the normal, who is closer to his higher being or her higher being. And that person will be the source of strength in that relationship. So much so that you walk up to me after you have committed an act, and I'm smiling. I said, you're a human. Let me give you an example of someone you know in Benin, Franca. So many years back, we were all undergraduates, right? We used to go to this man's house. A wonderful human being. He was an ek. He was a very um, high person in Ekaka. And his son was our friend. And then we would go to his house with all our noise and youthful rascality. And even in that our madness, he would come in the morning and ask us what newspaper we want to read. He gives money. And then one day I went to him after his money chant. I was like, Daddy, why is it that you're not bothered about our disturbance, our rascality? And he said to me that the day you know better, you will act better. The day you know better, you will act better. Now, through life, that has always been in my subconsciousness when people do wrong. What I say to them is that, because, I mean, without going to any sort of spiritualism or discussing esotericism, if you know that in every wrong you do, you are depleting your grace, you will do less wrong. If I know that for every time I hurt Jacinta, I am debiting from my grace bank, whether she forgives me or not, my karma will still come there and wait for me somewhere in one of those bus stops and remind me of 4th of August, 1960. I will do less hurt and less harm to her. So from my perspective, there are only two ways out of this. If you hurt me, I will either forgive you and let you pick the key learnings from that act by discussions. We will engage, we will discuss, we are making you understand what was wrong and why it was wrong. It's not enough for you to say, oh, I'm sorry. No, let's understand, because I like justification. You're an adult. You walk up to me and you slapped me and then you say, oh, I'm sorry. That is not an apology. You feel I'm a fool. After slapping me, you just say, I'm sorry, and then walk away. No, we'll sit down and you will tell me what led to that slap.
Okay.
And they will have that conversation. Once we have had that conversation, and I'm convinced that you are genuinely and sincerely remorseful and you have so apologized, I will forgive and continue that relationship.
Yeah.
So I agree.
I agree as well.
Yes, I agree with what he has said with this one. Before I want us in a Bible story, you did tell us since, you know. But this one,
this pathway to forgiveness,
good pathway, because he's saying we would have it. You're not
talk.
just going to tell me
I'm
you're sorry, and
Yeah.
then everybody. No, but now you're holding the person accountable.
Yeah.
And the person is actually going to genuinely explain why I did it, and that way you're sure it will never happen again.
Yeah, and again, that
Exactly.
that explanation that you're giving to me, yeah, it has to be in-depth, compelling to why you did what you did. It cannot just be surface. It must be, as much as you hurt me, the conversation has to be deep. It has to be, you have to give me reasons why you were silly, whatever you thought you were thinking, you know. It has to be in-depth. It has to match with your betrayal.
Yeah, but that's going to be on you.
Because it is that conversation, that will become better.
Yes.
Imagine I walk up to you and say, look, I
convincing
actually cheated on you
conversation,
because
Sanjo, we're listening.
yeah, imagine I walk up to you and then we're discussing cheating. Because I know Frank wants to talk about cheating. I say, yeah, I actually cheated on you because you are boring in bed.
Yeah, like give me
Sincerely.
reasons. Yeah.
Sincerely, you're
Sincere
boring.
reasons.
I don't like how you are so uptight. You do not engage the conversation, and I do not know how to present it to you because I do not want to hurt you. So I settled for Franca, who is more friendly and more cheerful. That conversation would help you heal, help me become a better person. And tomorrow, if we are going to continue, you learn how to be Franca-like.
Was that not you putting?
So that I will not go back there.
Okay, so but that not you making two people compare themselves in the sense that that's if she knows who you cheated with anyway. You understand?
It's
She
not a
doesn't have.
human being. No. I'm not calling names.
Yeah.
I'm just
So if you
describing
understand,
because we are all here.
so at that point, it's for that
I'm-
person.
I'm discussing attributes.
Okay, yeah. So it's for that person to say, okay, this is why my husband cheated.
Yes.
And because this is why he cheated, we have discussed it, and I'm going to get better. He has told me what my issues are, what my faults are, my lapses are, and I'm going to work on it, and he's going to work on it. But Sir Joe, we know that.
Or she could say, oh, I cannot be that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
you can
cannot,
continue
I
cheating.
know me. I know who I am. I do not fit into that being.
Okay.
I can't operate in that state.
Okay.
Then please let us break up and be friends.
This is
Okay,
Or let's kiss and say goodbye.
which is very okay.
This is why
But-
premarital
but-
counseling is very
yeah.
important. I always say, because how come you don't know what your husband likes in bed? You know what I mean? This is why premarital counseling is very
But
important.
evolve,
this is Sir
people
Joe. This is Sir
evolve.
Joe because Sir Joe is different. Let me tell you, people that the ones that cheat. Okay, let's say if 80% of men are cheating, you understand? It is 20% of them. You say because their wives at home are boring. 60% of those men, they are having good sex at home. They just want to cheat because they are men.
Agreed as well.
Sir Joe, do you agree?
How did you arrive? How did you arrive at that statistic?
60%.
You know,
How did you
Sajo will
arrive
hold
that
you to
this
it.
is my gender? They don't forgive.
Because I'll give you facts. I can give you 100 case studies that I have personally counseled.
I can tell you all my friends that they are cheating.
Your
Okay.
friends are cheating and they tell you why they are cheating.
I don't know your friends.
These are not wrong.
I'm
I
happy.
don't know.
I'm
I
happy I'm
don't.
no
I
longer your
don't.
friend.
I don't know your friends.
No.
Sajo, I think we should
Why?
define friendship here. Say, oh, my friends.
No, but let's be honest. Like, I would agree with Franca, even if the percentage is not, but it's a higher percentage
But man,
of
we
men
are
cheat,
holding.
because they want
This
to.
conversation is holding
Do
people
you
to
know?
the highest
Do
ideals.
you know
like
that statistically you have more women cheating now
cheat.
than men?
No, I disagree. I would say that I would say that the numbers of
Jessica,
women cheating has
Jessica.
gone
Has gone up.
has increased.
It has
But I would not
increased.
say
Jessica,
that it is more than the men.
No, the statistics is everywhere.
No,
And
but
where
it
is
is
it?
Women can't even
I'm
afford to
coming.
cheat.
I will
They
send
don't
you.
even have the
I will
money to
send you-
cheat. Let's be
no,
honest.
no, you are thinking about money.
no, wait,
Women
no.
don't need money to cheat.
No,
have
wait.
Jessica, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I will send you research papers on this. And then there's one from, I think it was the Columbia Institute, where the lady said that the difference between the cheating men and the cheating women is that every cheating woman justifies her cheating by saying that the man is the reason she's cheating.
That means the men are 100%
She has
cheating.
no form of guilt.
Yeah,
She has no
because
form
to
of
her,
guilt.
she's
Sir
taking
Joe,
back
you
what
understand?
you've taken
She
from
said-
her.
So if
It's
the
more
women are
like
saying it's because of the men,
that means
that
the
means
men
all
are
the men are cheating.
Imagine that is even a reason for her to cheat.
A lot of women are cheating.
All the men are cheating. That's why their wives are
But
cheating.
if they're cheating because the man is cheating, of course she
That
can
means
cheat.
the numbers
That's her
will
business.
be the same.
Yeah, why
because
is the
if
man
the wife
cheating?
says that the husband is cheating, that's why she's cheating.
So the thing is,
I
also,
did not
no,
say I did not say
because
the wife said the
husband
husband is cheating. I
cheating.
said the wife
Exactly,
said
exactly.
it is the reason that
Reason.
the husband is the
It
reason
could be
she's
the
cheating.
husband did not
Either he's
provide for me,
absent-
or he's just a deadbeat, or I cannot stand him. It is always attributed
Exactly.
to the man. It's not because the man is
I didn't say
cheating.
the man is cheating.
Oh, the men
So,
should
but
do
then
better.
the men, what do the men do then? They attribute theirs
You
to
guys
what?
are making Sajo's points for him
What are we making?
because you are still saying the man, what the man should do better.
No, we're not saying the man should be. No, they are saying it's because of the man. The same
You
way
are
the
still
women,
attributing
no, but the
it
same way
to
the
the
men,
man.
No, but the same way the men are saying they go out because of their wives.
They said that
No,
they
no,
married her, she
no.
was slim, now she's fat.
Most men
You know what
own
they
it.
say?
Most men own it.
They own it.
Most men
Oh,
own
okay,
it.
women are
No
not
woman
women don't
owns
own
her
it.
cheating. None.
Sajo, men, they don't own it anymore. They would carry it to grave.
No woman owns her cheating.
Okay, you know what? This is a very big
agree
conversation. I
with
think
you,
we should have
Sajo.
some other time.
Why will you
What?
agree?
because he's my guy, and I agree with whatever he's saying.
You guys say no
I'm
woman
going to have this
owns.
conversation off camera.
Yes, I
Okay,
think
that's
we need to-
fine.
I think we
Okay,
need
so
to have-
Sheyi, we have just 1 minute left. You want to say anything?
Nothing. I think we should just hold each other to very high standards. The person that is asking for forgiveness should be willing to put in the effort. The person that is receiving should be open to giving forgiveness. That is when you can sit down and have conversation about it.
Good. Thank you. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.